Hey, good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this evening. At Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent, by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading tools and our best in the business one-on-one training. We believe personalized one-on-one training will help you get there faster and better and ensure your success. It's always better, or at least in my experience, it's been always better to find somebody who knows what they're doing and hook up with them and try to copy what they're doing. So that's exactly what we try to do. In this session, I use two different trading signals out of the dozen signals that our indicators provide. If you're in the light program, we're showing you kind of a simple version of a signal. In this session, I use something called the 10-point trade and also the thick orange line trade. It is always better to trade when a market is active. So we are going to primarily be looking at Australian pairs, Japanese pairs, New Zealand pairs versus Euro pairs and US pairs, because it's evening time now in the US and also in Europe. So with that, I am required to let you listen to this thing. So let's start here.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. One of the reasons we do this is because we want to show you how accurate our trading tools are. Not many other companies, actually none that I know of, come on live, walk you through what their tools can do, take a trade, and let you see the results of it. Plus, every day I send you out, Mondays through Thursday, I send out a recommended trade at around 6 p.m. I recommend you copy that trade so long as it doesn't pass the take profit. You don't see my analysis on it, but it's a trade that I expect to close during the middle of the night. So again, some extra pips for you. And again, to show you how good our tools work. As you know, I tend to... we do 3 live trading sessions. I do one Monday evening, another one tomorrow morning at 6:30, another one Thursday morning at 6:30. Also tomorrow there's an intro to coaching call at 9:30 Eastern, and one on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and another one on a light training session on 9 p.m. Wednesday evening. When you become a member, you get access to many more live trades, just like this one, with different traders who have different strategies. And historically, on average, they net about 150 pips a week on these various trades. So I would encourage you to attend as many as you can until you're in a position that you are able to do it on your own. Again, another one of the benefits of trading with us is that, you know, we help you along while you're learning. And then, as you know, I trade off of a little checklist. I've already gone and checked that the green charts and CoinEx is live. Good habit to review your trades at the end of the day. last week. I don't remember what we did last week, but I don't want to review it now because I want to focus our time on the trading. But the reason is you want to figure out what you're doing wrong so that you can improve it, or where your misread on the charts are. Oops, you don't see my chart here. Sorry about that. So that you can figure out how to fix things. I would recommend taking a screenshot right after you take the trade, so that we can, whoever you're working with, can take a look at what you saw and what happened, and see if there's some fault in your analysis. We are technical traders. Being technical traders means we trade strictly based on price action, which our indicators are very good at picking up change in direction. However, news also impacts a currency pair. So to catch that news, we take a look at, we go to a news site. The one we prefer is forexfactory.com. It rates news in terms of three categories. A yellow is a low impact, an orange is a medium impact, and a red is a high impact. So we don't have any red items coming up until Wednesday. So 7 o'clock is the next item. Wow, that's kind of weird. Great Britain pound is announcing something at midnight their time. So we've got really nothing to worry about in the next little bit. So we've got clear trading. With that, let us take a look at our charts. As I said, I refreshed them. This first chart, I've got 6 of these. I call them composite charts that have 6 different pairs on them, all a 1 hour pair. As they're all U.S. based, we're not going to trade off a U.S. based trade. But this night's trade that I sent you is the one I sent you prior to is a buy trade on the Euro USD. This is a pretty good setup, but I also looked at the day chart and a couple other things to come up that. But this is kind of a pretty good buy signal. But again, there's no volume now. But if you look on the extended charts, it's going to be all right. On the this next pair, this next 6, we're going to skip the euro pound, Australian, because it's in the middle of the night. Australian dollar, yen. I'm going to start with this middle section here, which is called the majors and minors. And I am looking for situations where these 4 lines are either below the red line or above the blue line. When they are below the red line, that is telling me that the market is oversold. When the market is oversold, that is a buying opportunity. Then the question is, when is the right time to buy? So the right time to buy is when these are under the red line and all pointing up. Right now, they're going sideways, so I'm going to pass. This is the first test on this 10-point trade. So let's keep going. Euro Canadian, wrong time frame because it's evening in Europe and in Canada. Australian New Zealand dollar. All right, so this is the right time period. As I looked at my majors and minors, they're in the middle of the channel. Red and green lines are the major indicators. Black and gray are the minor indicators. I do not want to trade when they're in the middle of the channel. I want to catch them either at the bottom or the top, and I don't have that. Pound yen. Pound is in the middle of the night, but yen is trading, so I'm going to consider this one. Or it's going to be morning time in Japan. We are oversold, but the lines are still going down. They haven't turned yet. I want to catch them when they are turned up. Euro Australian dollar. We are overbought. Minors are coming down, but majors aren't there yet. I want everybody pointing down. And the reason I want everybody pointing down, I'm looking for certain things. And in order when those things line up, that improves the accuracy or the probability that it's going to be a good trade. And each section of the chart is catching something different. So when I get all the parts of the chart lined up in a certain way, I know I've got a high probability trade. And that's what you're looking for. My trading accuracy is just a hair over 80%. We've got many traders that are 90%. So I'm not quite there yet, but it's about continuous improvement. So I'm looking to continually improve my accuracy. Canadian dollar yen in the middle of the channel. So I'm going to pass on it. I want to catch it down here. So had the majors been down here like the miners were and shooting up, that would have been something to consider. Euro New Zealand dollar. We are overbought. They've just gone into the channel, but they're going sideways now. So I'm going to pass. Pound New Zealand dollar. Overbought. Everybody's going down. Majors are going down. Miners are going down. This line isn't quite as steep as I would like, but I have 3 points here. Point number one is that we're overbought. Point number two is that both the majors and minor lines are pointing down. And point number three, we can't really see it here, but the red is crossed over the green, crossed back way back here. And the black has crossed over the gray. So I've got everybody pointing down. So once I have 3 points here, then I'm going to jump up to my TNTs, and I want to see how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing here. So the thick orange line is coming down, but the thin orange line is going up. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means down. So the thick blue is going up. So that's telling me down. So I've got 2 of the 4 telling me there's a down move here. Thin blue is going down, which means up. I want to have a minimum of 3 out of the 4 here. I don't have that. So I'm going to pass. If I had 3 out of the 4, then I would go down to the pressure and take a look at what that's doing. But I'm not even going to waste my time because I only have 2 of the 4 here. So New Zealand dollar yen, oversold. Majors are going up, minors are going up. I've got the double cross where the green is on top as we're going up and the gray is on top. The minors are very steeply sloped. I like that. Majors not so much, but they're going up. I prefer to see the green line a little steeper. Again, we have the split on the orange lines. One orange line going up, one orange line going down, and then the 2 blue lines going up, which means down. So I may have 1 out of the 3 here. So because of the lack of steepness here, the orange line, we don't have enough on the TNTs. So again, we're going to pass. We're not going to trade gold. We're not going to trade Bitcoin. Let's go on to the next pair or group of pairs. Australian dollar, Canadian. Oversold. Majors and minors are going into the channel. It's okay if they're a little bit into the channel. I usually use the halfway point as a defining point as to whether I'm going to take the trade. So specifically with the majors. So the majors haven't gone halfway. What I don't like here is that the line kinked right here. The line kinked right here, and it's more steep and less steep. I don't like that the green line went less steep on me here. But just to continue our analysis, the 2 orange lines are going up, and the dotted blue is coming down. So I've got 3 out of the 4 in my TNTs. And if I go to my pressure, I've got down pressure with green on top and the lines diverging. So green on top gives me a point when I've got a buy signal here. So I've got 7 points. With 7 points, it merits more analysis. I am going to see what else we have before I decide if I want to take this. I don't like it. I don't like this kink in the line here. But let's see if we've got anything else that's better before we do a more detailed analysis. Swiss franc, yen, oversold going down, so there's nothing. Euro yen, oversold going down, so it's nothing. Pound Australian dollar, overbought. Majors are coming down, minors are going up. I want everybody coming down, so nothing there. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, overbought going up, and Canadian Swiss franc is not the right time frame. So let's go back and we'll take a look at this guy, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Next thing I want to do is I want to look at a more detailed chart of the Australian Canadian dollar. And the way I am going to do that is I am going to use a chart that has multiple time frames of the same currency pair. So here I've got a 1 minute, a 30 minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, and a day chart. I want to see what's going on to see if I get agreement with what I'm seeing on the 1 hour chart on the 2 hour and 4 hour chart. So let's go ahead and change that pair. And that was the AUD Canadian. So AUD Canadian. And oh, the line has changed a little bit while we've been looking at this. What do you notice? The red line is steeper here. Why is that? That is so strange. The line's a little bit different. Here it's a little bit sloped down, and here it's got a little bit steeper slope. Not sure why that is. I'm almost tempted to take a picture of it. Actually, you know what? I am going to take a picture of it real quick. Give me a second. I want to find out why that is. And let's do it again. Let's do it again on the other chart. Sorry to interrupt there. Because this is a much better signal than what we were looking at on the other chart. So the majors and minors are just about oversold and it started to turn up. So basically, I'm looking for something on the 2 hour chart that supports what I'm seeing on the 1 hour chart. So if we were overbought on the 2 hour chart and oversold on the 1 hour chart, I wouldn't like it as much. But basically, we're oversold here and it's starting to turn. And the same on the 4 hour chart. We are basically touching the oversold line. Majors are turned up. Minors haven't got there yet. When there's a difference between what I'm seeing on the majors and minors, I am going to pay more attention on the majors. So I like this. Green is on top on the pressure. Green is on top on the pressure. So when I'm oversold here, we're going to go up eventually. So I like what I'm seeing. So far, I like the trade. Now the question is, what's it worth? And to figure out what it's worth, I want to do support and resistance. I want to know what the trend is. So I am going to get a clean chart. And that is AUD CAD, AUD CAD. And let's see here. I want to pull this together. I want to get a little longer time frame. We're going back to June. Come on. Or I guess we won't. Let's draw some. I'm going to click the little lock guy here, click horizontal. Let's draw up some support and resistance. Support and resistance are lines where the candles seem to naturally stop. So, and the market tends to respect these quite a bit. So we stopped right in here, kind of right in here, right in here, right in here. I'm going to put one below. Let's see, 91. All right. Let's do one above. And I'm just doing kind of a quick and dirty one. Right in here, right in here, right in here, right in here. It seems to have stopped. I'm going to take one more below. Go down here. Now I'm going to pull it back. This is bugging me. All right, so let's pull it back a little bit so we can see it a little better. So on the trend, I would argue we are trading into a over the last, over the last, I will figure out how to make that turn off for next time. We're trading into a down trend. The reason I want to know the trend is because that tells me if I'm taking a buy trade into a sell trend, I am going to take less pips than if I am trading a sell into a sell trend. So we are trading into a sell trend. I want to expand this a little bit. And we were looking at a, oh my. All right, you see what the problem is here? We are trading, we are hitting resistance right here. I do not like to take a trade when we have to trade through resistance. because the chances are it's going to bounce there. Now, if it breaks resistance, we can consider taking that trade, and let's see how many pips we've got up. So say, let's get rid of this guy. Still getting used to trading with the new tools here. So if we say we get in here, why isn't it letting me do that? Measure. Oh, here we go. So we got a good 15 pips over here. We got about 9 pips. All right, so I want to see if we get into this channel, if it breaks this support line, the resistance line, and gets up here, I want to see. I want to know how much room I have till the next resistance line, till it hits this bounce spot. So let's assume all right, let's assume it gets to 0.92243. So it breaks this resistance line. And see these little peek throughs here? I want it to go beyond those peek throughs. If it goes beyond those peek throughs and gets to this point, we will take a buy trade. So what we're going to do is take a pending trade, which is called a buy stop. So if the market, if it breaks this line and goes up, we're going to take the buy. And we are going to take it for, now we're trading into a downtrend. So I'm not going to take all of it. I am going to maybe take it right up to here, which is about 9 pips. So we are going to take the trade for 9 pips, a 9 pip buy at 0.92243. So to do that, I'm going to open up my my CoinEx. This is a demo account. So we are going to find the AUD CAD, which is here. If you don't see him, you are going to go to File, New Chart, and you'll scroll through these until you find AUD CAD, and it'll probably be in that third category. Once you pull up the chart, then you are going to go to New Order. So this is a little bit different trade than you've been shown if you're a light than you've been shown in your light trading. So first I'm going to figure out my volume. I've got 11,500 in this account. So I am going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am going to take a lot size of 1.1. And instead of market execution, I am going to take a pending order. And when I take a pending order, it brings up this and it says, what kind of pending order? And there's 4 types of pending orders. I'm not going to explain them all right now, but we are going to do a buy stop. And we said we wanted to get in at 0.92243. So I'm going to put in 0.92243. So what that's telling the broker is if it gets to this point, I want you to go ahead and take the trade. We are going to take it for 9 pips. So I'm going to go to 0.9. If I add 9 to that 4, the 4.3, I'm going to go to 0.92333. So I am adding, I'm just doing this in my head, but I am adding 9 to the 243. Adding 9 to the 243. When I add 9 to that 243, it goes to 333. So I want to do the take profit. And for right now, we are going to use a kind of a 40 pip stop loss. Oh, and I don't like doing that math. So let me just take a look here and see if we can figure it out. 40 pips. I am going to put the stop loss right about. Normally, I would take the stop loss on the other side of this. On the other side of this 0.1996, because I wanted to break this, and that's actually what I'm going to do. So we're going to go to 0.9195. 0.9195. 0.9195. I want it to go a little bit below this so that it has to break this line to take us out. All right, so we are taking, invalid. Oh, it's the other way. No, what are we doing? A buy stop. Oops. Hold on here. Let's see, take profit 0.1. Oh, I went the wrong way, right? Buy stop. I went the wrong way. So it should be 2. No, that's right. 2.333. Buy stop. Why didn't that work? There we go. All right. So to recap, we had a buy signal. We're on a new hour now, but when we started, the lines were just entering the channel. The 2 orange lines were up, dotted blue was down. So we had 3 points here, and we had the green on top. We confirmed what we were seeing on the 2-hour chart with everyone being oversold. When everybody's oversold, that means they're going to go up even though they're not quite pointed up yet. Same on the 4-hour chart. We're basically oversold. If we're oversold, they're going to be going up eventually. And we have green on top, green on top. So by seeing the consistency across the board, I went ahead and took the trade. The trade is a pending order, so that the line that the price needs to get up to here, hit this spot to engage. Once it hits this, the buy will go in, and then it'll close when it gets here. If it doesn't get to here, the trade won't execute. So if by the morning time the trade hasn't executed, just close it. You close it by just Xing it here. So you can see it's below the line. It's a pending trade. It's green because we're within 10 pips of it hitting this, but the trade won't engage until we get here. And the reason we did it that way is because we saw this resistance line. In fact, you see it pulled back. It went right up to it and then pulled back. So it needs to break that. So even though we're seeing a buy, we want it to break that resistance line before we take the trade. Let's see what we got for questions here. Yes. Take profit was wrong. Okay, good. Can you repeat the stop loss and target? Certainly. It is a buy stop. A buy stop. The target price is 0.92243. The target price is 0.92243. The take profit is 0.92333. 0.92333. So we're going to take 9 pips on it. We're taking less pips because we're taking a buy trade into a down market, and the stop loss is 0.91950. 0.91950. Again, I explained why I do what I do. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. When you get to the point that you can do the analysis and it's different than mine, and you're right, then you know you don't need to attend these anymore. And that's what eventually happened to me. As I started getting better at it, I would periodically disagree with what's going on, and I would take my own trade. But our goal here is to learn and get a little bit. So you've seen my analysis. We will be doing it again tomorrow morning at 6:30. Hope you can join me then. We just started doing, as many of you know, we just started doing these evening trades. I am not as familiar with reading the pairs that we're doing at night. So with the pairs that we do in the morning, I've had enough experience where I'm extremely confident in when I see something. On these trades in the evening, since they're pairs I don't usually trade, I'm kind of feeling my way through it also. So I tend to be a little more careful in the trade since we're doing it together. But we'll get there. All right, great. Thanks for.
Sorry to disturb you there, Paul. You're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. We don't. I'm sorry. We don't take questions in here. If you have a question, put it in the chat. But anyways, we've done our 30 minutes. We will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.